to y'all ever since, like, the whole situation where I done got into bros, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I done got into it. Like, I wouldn't say get into it, but, you know, I done got a little upset what Not Lost done said. That was, like, the last time y'all probably done see me. And, like, y'all gotta forgive me, like, my boys. Right, last time y'all probably see me, like I said, I got into it with Not Locks. And from there, you know, I was, you know, trying to get y'all hooked up with their shirts and all, you know, get all that out the way. And I dropped to say another thing, oh yeah, and the latch hook, you know, how I done taught y'all how to combine the dreads. Well, like, I'm making this update because, you know, I feel like I wasn't really doing anything out there in the community, you know, lately, you know, looking out for y'all on tips or whatever. So yeah, so, you know, I'm gonna make sure I do that. I gotta say, you know, I woke up today, seen some update videos, and like, you know, I think it's time for me to do something, you know, even though I don't got nothing to really talk about. But, you know, I'm gonna do it because I'm Insurance of 10, and I always come through and look out for my niggas, you feel me, my bros, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I look out for all y'all. But the main thing I really want to say about all of this, before we get started, I'm sorry, everybody, on you know how I done overreacted to Not Locks, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, like I said, like, you know, I ain't gonna say like I said, but what everybody federalized and ain't know, that I had a lot of friends dying off down here where I live at, you know, a lot of friends I grew up with, and there was like a lot of animosity built up. So, you know what I'm saying, any ignorance, like any ignorant person could have just pushed me over to the edge easily. You know what I'm saying? I'm more like a rock. If you do something to me, I don't react. But, you know what I'm saying, take a lot. So, you know, y'all gotta realize, you know, what I've been going through lately and still is. Because, you know what I'm saying, I got a friend who in the hospital fighting for his life right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I gotta realize what I was going through. So, further not do. Further now we do. If you just jam into the instrumental vibing out with me, that what's up, you know. Y'all looking for the name of the instrumental, I don't know. Random one on YouTube, type of instrumental. Clicked on the first one, played it. You know, the first one I found interesting or whatever, the image. Played it, and I was vibing. You know, everybody be killing me like, what the name of the instrumental, dude? I want to freestyle, or I'm like, bruh, I do not know the name of the instrumental, so yeah, pipe down, turn down, yeah, please do that, but hold on. You know what I'm saying? I still want to jam this, so, you know, I played it back. Cause, you know, it's a good, pretty vibe out beat. So, yeah. So, main thing I want to talk to y'all today about, whenever I was combining my dreads and latch hooked them, I see some progress in them. Where, cause like, I actually thought they wasn't about to mat all up together and become one dread, basically. But, you know, I see progress in them. But, you know what I'm saying, I see a good bit of potential, you know what I'm saying, I don't know why I keep saying, but look at this. No, not this one. This one. How, if you look at the roots, they're pretty thick now versus on all the way coming on down, because this is a combined dread right here. And what I did was twist it, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna let it twist the roots, because I kinda don't wanna twist it. And then when I came down here, like right here, I started latch hooking, you know, all the way on down. That's why you see a little part sticking out right there, that little part right here sticking out. And this right here, the long part's a dread that was popping. This is a dread I was thinning out. So, you know, I just made the shorter one blend in so it could be like a longer dread. But look, I think you could be able to see it, how, if you look right there, you can see kind of between them. So, yeah. I just did this one the other day, so don't think like, yeah, well, I see some type of nine. Not really. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm gonna back up a little bit more. So, you know what I'm saying? My last video, I said I'm gonna do a good bit of them, you know, just to close off the ends, or, you know, just to do some ones that I need to do. That, you know, I learned with this method that'd be easier and better. Even though I ain't saying I ain't had something that locked just with twisting them and got the rubber bands, because I got 2 in the back of my head. I did like two like that's like the first year I started dreads. Yeah, like this one I seen a lot of progress with it. I mean, see how the ends is like all the way down to the, like I ain't, like, you know, it started right here with this little part where my nail that started right here, and you could have seen where it wasn't locking up, but now it's locking up, and you could tell I crocheted, but look, as you see, it turned into one slowly. And then I got the rubber band at the end where the other short part was poking out, so it's gonna look something like this one in right here, like how I was showing you how to pop poking out. So I just put a rubber band on that one so the end don't poke out. And why I ain't did this one yet, rubber bands on this one, because this hair is so soft it'll be easy for me to maintain it and go like this, but I still need a rubber band at the end. So you know what I'm saying, I just gonna not put a rubber band on this one, see how this one look just by me doing it myself. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, I got a good bit of them, but I gotta go back and fix. Like this one right here is another one I did, and it's showing progress. I had it in my hair for like 2 weeks, and it's showing progress. Like you could tell that right here where it started and it come all the way down, but the rubber band done popped on it already. So let's see how I look. Alright, look like the ends kinda did a good job to me. See, that the other end right here, at this end, and this the end of the longer one. Yeah, you can see where it matted up right here and started forming. So yeah, that did a good job too. Yeah, the only ones I ain't did yet was like probably the ones on my side, like these ones, because like they too thick for me, and I think I like these ones this way. Except for like you know, I think it would have been better this way. I don't know. I just like the thicker end ones, cause I could tell that the ones ain't gonna never thin out. But for some odd reason they started. So yeah. So you know, I got a good bit. You know, I feel like I need to finish up and do in my head. So yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all always on my dreads, and I'm looking messy at some point, and then at another point, another point, they'll end up looking good when I actually retwist them and, you know, get my maintenance done to them. But yeah, this how they look now. You know, pretty matted. Like I wouldn't say matted, but pretty. Like a lot of new growth and a lot of I wouldn't say build up, but you know, my dreads. Every time I put my moisturizer in my head, like not moisturizer, but you know, I say get my scalp, you know, moisten up, you know, so it can breathe. It's like I always have one of them days when it completely get dry, the day when I sweat and it's feel like heavy knots in my head, like literally like rope in my head, like how dreads supposed to feel. I like that feeling, you know. Like I said, like like every year you get your dreads, you be like, yeah man, this how dreads supposedly feel like. You know, when you get that first year and you know how they say you can't wash your hair for like 6 months. You're like, all right, well, like you know, like with me, I decided to go a year. Well, you know, I lied. I said like 2 years before I did my first AVC deep rinse. ACV deep rinse. And it was like, you know, it's like, you know, how they feel hard and rough versus when they get real soft. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like my dreads to be like, more like how you can tell when people's dreads be real dry. I like it to have like that real soft, like my real hair texture. So, you know what I'm saying? So I always don't feel like, well, you know, like, cause like, it's more of a mental thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, if I feel on my little fro under my dreads, you know what I'm saying? Make me feel like, you know, like, well, yeah, feel good to have that fro again on my head, or, you know, like, dang, every moment I used to have my fro used to feel exactly like this new growth, but it's like, when you don't got that, you know what I'm saying, you just start tripping half the times. You know what I'm saying? Like in my case, sometimes I do. But yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go YouTube, you know. That was the only thing I wanted to let y'all know, the updates on my Combine Double Twisted one. If you need any more things, just, you know what I'm saying, don't, you know what I'm saying, you ain't really bothering me. You comment, say if you want to see a tutorial, like if you want to see this, I see that. But another thing I plan on doing YouTube, my bad, sun bright, sun shining in my room because I got the light on. But another thing I'm really about to do is dye my hair again with the Kool-Aid, because you know my dreads I got longer, and you know what I'm saying, I still can see a little bit dye in it, and it look good to me, you know, when I'm in a natural sunlight. So I probably do a semi permanent tutorial how you could go back and do your dreads and have it semi permanent. Like basically, I'm gonna put it like this, basically, where you could wash it out or you could have it permanent. Like it gonna be in between, like it's in between them, where you can have it temporary, or you know what I'm saying, or you can have it permanent. But see, look, when you can set on permanent, like you could have it like basically like where you could have it in your dreads for a long time, like for like 6 months, you know what I'm saying, like before you do another ACV rinse, you know what I'm saying, and then you probably can do that, wash it out real good, and it could come out. Trust me, it could come out if you really want to. Or just don't really do nothing when you wash your hair, you know what I'm saying, just get down to the scalp roots, or you know what I'm saying, or just go for a very long time without you washing your hair, and it will really stick. It will really stick to your hair, trust me. Like, you know, or you could go back like every couple months, like I said, like I want to say every couple months, like I said, like before you retwist your hair, do it 3 times. That you have the same color 3 times in the same parts, and trust me, you're getting it permanently. So I'm gonna try it again, cause you know, whenever I did it, my dreads were like coming down here. My dreads was like coming down here, like you know, when I first started hanging, like down here, so like that, and like you probably can't see it no more, but you can see a good bit of it left in the sunlight. So you know, I'm gonna do it like that, you know, cause they're longer and they look better. So you know, I'm gonna try that. So yeah, Marvin sent Bent Bros, hit me up ASAP, bro. I need to talk to you. Cause a lot of stuff it just ain't right, bro. Something just ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like lately, you know what was going on in my personal life. But yeah, alright, I'm out. See y'all, fam. You know, like I said, I don't mind if y'all leave a video or something, you know, give me something to do. And everybody out there, please buy my shirts. Please buy my shirts, love, bro. If y'all need a shirt, really, man, I do a custom shirt, you know what I'm saying, just for the same amount, you know, $20 a shirt, man, you know what I'm saying, hit me up, man, you know, look out for a brother, you know what I'm saying, so show me some love, man, you know what I'm saying, help me get some new equipment, outro up, you know, a tripod, you know, so I can do it and start doing everything ghetto, you know, because the camcorder on the dress is not on the tripod, and I know y'all want to see some lights on my face sometimes, so the video don't, you know, whenever I do it in bad lighting, the video don't be coming out real bad. So yeah, man, come on, help a brother out on stop doing these ghetto videos and do it more professionally, you know what I'm saying, like how y'all really want them to be done. I can't do that if nobody helping me out, you know what I'm saying, been really using the littlest money I be having sitting around to do this. But alright, catch you later, I'm out. Deuces!